Disclaimer, we are not professionals. We are not financial advisors. This is not financial advice. Do your own due diligence and enjoy the video.
So let's start off with one of the biggest things that happened today, which was the Gary Vee interview with No Jumper. And basically in this interview, No Jumper asks Gary Vee what he thinks would happen if Disney and Star Wars and Nintendo dropped their NFTs on the blockchain and what that would do to VeeFriends, which is Gary Vee's NFT company. Gary Vee obviously knows that Vee has the first NFTs of Disney, Star Wars, probably going to be Nintendo because Elcon's head licensor of them. So when he was talking about this with No Jumper, he never actually mentioned Vee, even though he knows about it. So the main reason here, I think, was just because he's not getting paid by Vee. And I think that's why he didn't mention it, even though it's kind of a little weird. But I mean, I don't know. I guess he's just trying to pump his bags for VeeFriends. But we do have some tweets that we're going to be looking at. So let's take a look at them. All right. So I'm just picking 2 tweets from today. But Gary Vee actually went around and tweeted about 7, 8, 9, 10 times about Vee today. So I don't know his true intentions. I don't know if he's kind of trying to secretly promote them just by talking about them, or if he's just trying to defend himself. I could see it being either, honestly, but he is not following Vee official on the Twitter. So that I did want to point that out. But Rob Stuff came out and said, what I find funny about the entire Gary Vee and Vee official debate is the fact that Gary constantly preaches not to care what others think. Yet so many people on the Vee side care what he thinks. It's quite the conundrum. So shout out to Rob Stuff. Go subscribe to him if you guys are not already. But then we got a response that says, yeah, honestly, don't care what he thinks about Vee. We are so ahead of the competition. Definitely so ahead of the competition. And he also talked about Recur, which I'm going to say in just a second. But then he came back and said, facts, I'm one ducking person. I thought he was a human. I don't know why he is a duck person. I mean, but he did say who, number A, is cheering for Vee, and number 2, has no impact on Vee winning. So, I mean, I think he kind of doesn't really have an impact on Vee winning, like he said. But I mean, I think he could be helping it out and maybe making it win a little bit more if he would just talk about it, because we know he's got the Marvel comics in the back. We know he's a big fan of Marvel, Disney, like everybody else. And he just never wants to mention it. So the other one I pulled up was Vee will destroy VeeFriends. And he came back and said, Vee will win. So will VeeFriends. So will Do Many Z. I don't know if that's autocorrect off or if that's a company called Do Many Z. I'm not really sure. He always be messing up his tweets. I don't think it's intentional. But I did want to say he did talk a little bit about Recur, and he said he has a small portion in Recur, and it kind of seemed like he was talking Recur down just a little bit and saying like didn't really put much money into it. But I'm not really sure, because I did think he was one of the head people at Recur, or like at least the marketing, or I thought he would be marketing it a little bit. And it seems like he's kind of throwing his hands off like, whoa, I don't want to be there. But I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with Recur and him, and if he ends up promoting it, because I think he might end up eventually promoting Vee just because it seems like he is kind of on board with the comics in the back. He loves Marvel comics. I mean, he's got to love DC and Disney and all the companies that Vee has. So I don't know. Those are just some quick thoughts about it. But let's get into this thing. So it says hello there. And why does it say hello there? So if we scroll down, we can see the Obi-Wan Kenobi GIF. So I'm thinking that this was definitely intentional. We also saw Alex G post something, a GIF. I'll just pull it up right now. He posted another Star Wars little hint. So I'm thinking we are definitely getting Star Wars here soon. But then it looks like they actually deleted the tweet. But the last thing they said, which they put a little correction in it before they changed it for the second time, I think they might have deleted it now. But what they said was comics are going to be dropping Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we got that Wednesday day cleared off for possibly a collectible, which is going to be the 25th, which I think is the whatever year anniversary of Star Wars coming out to the public originally in the first ever movie. So I'm thinking we are very well going to be seeing that Obi-Wan Kenobi here soon. We could either see it Wednesday or Saturday, whatever it ends up being. If it ends up being Darth Vader, that would be awesome, but we don't know for sure what it's going to be yet. We also have the West Coast Avengers #7 comics coming up here tomorrow. These, I think, are going to be the first 10,000 edition comic that might be sitting around the same list price or maybe even slightly under. Because if we go over to the Go Collect, we can see the 9.6 is only sitting at $60, and there's only been 2 sales. So the reason for this is probably because it came out in 2019, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people are really liking these covers. I actually do like the ultra rare. I don't know why. Just seeing the shark, I think it stands out more than some other comics. Definitely let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys are going to be going for it, I think I'm going to be going for it just because I don't think the risk is crazy high. And maybe getting like a cover like this, I'd probably just keep only for like 7, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Lastly, I wanted to go over the top gainers and losers. So for the top gainers of the day, we got Storm Animated Ultra Rare up 55% to $280. We have the Matt Gondik up 24%, which is the one that's interactive with the posters, the ultra rare poster, or not poster, the weapons rack. Then we have it up 24% for the Day of the Dead stamps. Ooh, another Day of the Dead stamps up 23%. I don't know why those are getting pumped up, but we see the Aston Martin up to 3,650. I saw that at like 2,300 the other day that I was covering it. And then we have the Ecto 1 interactive up 21%. So one of the top losers that stood out to me was the Throg Lightning Leap ultra rare, $130. Because I mean, I do think we're going to be seeing the little Throg in the Thor movie coming up. I do not personally own one of these right now, but I mean, I do think there's going to be an appearance of him in the movie. But I'm thinking maybe some people started selling these to maybe raise funds for the actual Thor, because I could see that being a little trade-off. Maybe I'll sell the Throg and get the actual FA of Thor. Definitely could see that being a move, but I also think this is going to be a cool little character in the movie that comes out if it happens. But I mean, usually we see these collectibles tie up with the real life movies. Some of the other top losers we have are the Elektra. Ooh, Elektra is down the most for the day. We got Bucky Barnes down 23%, Whiteout down 22%, and we have Beyond Spider-Man Ben Reilly ultra rare with only 616 editions. First appearance of Ben Reilly, down 21%. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like button. You don't have to, just please consider it. Comment down below what you guys are thinking about the whole Gary Vee situation, and when Star Wars is dropping. When is it going to drop? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. This is Veve Vision, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Let's go. Homie homies, let's go. Let's go, homie homies. Let's go.